Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friendly femmes and fellows, guys, gals, all of you. You join me in the Woodland realm as we once again traverse Thranduil's lands. We have had an interesting reversal of fortunes from last turn. We acquired quite a bit of money through Radagast through diplomatic dealings, allowing Anduin to traverse through our lands and beat up our common enemies. And as a function of that, we have gone on a construction and recruiting spree. Our forces, led by Thranduil and Revion, are converging upon Ostengal in the hopes of retaking it and then uniting and pushing down towards Dor Lingvar in the south here. We are also,
my lord,
sending our diplomats
without
around.
Question. If only I could. Yes.
Partly for scouting purposes, but also just to see,
Yes,
to see what how
I shall
Dale is
continue
doing
tomorrow,
against Rune.
stopping
Apparently quite well, because they've got Rhubarb, which isn't too common. And then,
my lord.
of course, we also have
Yes, my
a guy here in Ithilien who's conducted a bit of a world tour, and is finishing off here in this Gondorian area. And then, of course, we have hired our latest, our Belazon, who is going to help us complete the alliance script with Lorien, which I kind of intend to break. So we can get our Elven King's Guard on recruitment, because that is a wonderful, wonderful unit. But for now, let's see what the AI gets up to. Last time around, we annihilated a couple of small armies here south of Ostengal. Radagast is on the move. And so is my cup of tea. Have a wonderful... we really wish you a wonderful day, everyone, please. Yeah. And as always, if you have an idea of where this campaign should go, do please let me know. Just use the comments below. It's going to be quite lovely indeed. So, Rune, Mordor, Dol Guldur. Let's see what they do. Oh! They attack us! Okay. So what do they attack us with? They have some siege equipment. We'll need to use our cavalry to deal with that as soon as possible. Apart from that, there isn't too much here that scares me. I mean, especially because that general is going to be a Mirkwood goblin. That, yeah. So he's going to, yeah. So first order of the day, see if we can charge the ballista and the general with the woodland horse archers after having peppered them and flanked them. Whichever comes first. And then we shall allow our archers to rain down upon them. I'm pretty sure I will be setting up my forces a bit of a ways away so that they are out of reach of the ballistae. And also this hill isn't doing us any favors unless, of course, we put ourselves over here. Ah! Oh, I even missed the fact that we had ambushed them. Oh, this is marvelous. This is marvelous. This is basically our golden opportunity to kill that general before anything else happens. So that's gonna be good. And they have the general and the ballista first. There are units here. They're just hiding, I suppose. But this is interesting. This does actually pose a bit of an interesting question here, because we could also charge our woodland warriors into their general. They should be able to deal with him just fine. And then we will put our horse archers to the ballistae over here. Or maybe the other way around, I suppose. We could also do that. Because these guys, they're going to be hit right here. Okay, so if we say that we send these guys over here as ASAP, then what we do want is we want some cover fire, and our general is a solid melee unit, so he can hold down a perimeter right here. And then we have our woodland archers, our scouts, and we'll put them somewhere around here, and they can pepper the enemy as they come up the, trudge up the hill. So that's going to be the plan, I think. I'm looking forward to this. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Let's group those up, and otherwise, just let's get going. Okay, so first order of the day. Try to charge him. You've got a 5 charge, 7 attack, adding up to a hypothetical 12 in ideal circumstances. And, I mean, yeah, their total defense is 5, and that's even with armor upgrades. So, yeah. Okay. You guys charge the ballast eye. That's going to be wonderful. And you shoot those hunters, I think, and we have some scouts. Yeah, that's going to be good, I think, and we'll see what they do. Okay. Moment of truth.
The enemy general lies dead.
That is exactly what I was looking for. The joy of ambushing your enemies. And they have gone stuck in with the ballista. They haven't even fired a shot, and they're being decimated as we speak. It's wonderful. And, oh, the goblins have just routed immediately. Okay, we're going to catch them. Okay, what have they got going? They've got some maulers. Ah, we need to shoot them. What else? Dol Guldur host, not too concerned. Some more maulers. Yeah, let's go for them. Our warriors doing a smashing job holding down the enemy. Woodland archers have... Oh, it's so wonderful. What's that? Oh, there's some maulers that aren't doing so great because we've shot them to death. Okay. Attack the scouts in melee. They won't hold up to that. I mean, their melee stats 5 and 8 against 11, 27. I mean, it's not even a contest. Okay, we're gonna keep shooting the hunters. They're kind of caught in a limbo there, which is very nice. That's how we like it. And I think I'm basically going to use my horse archers as a kind of charging cavalry in this one. Okay, you're stuck in with the scouts. Nice. Okay, we got some Dol Guldur archers coming up here. And some Mirkwood hunters. Let's greet them with arrows. You know, the elven way. They just take. There's so many more. There's so many more troops than we do, and the balance of power is just, yeah, not exactly equal, is it? Show them the power of your steeds, my fellow elves. And route that ballista for me. Free up. Yeah, they're kind of. Well, okay, they're wavering.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
That's good, that's good. We've lost almost all our woodland warriors. Yeah. In an elven campaign, it does often prove to be the case that archers win your battles while your melee forces just at least in the early game, they're almost just working as meat shields. It's still an important role. I mean, every army needs a good meat shield. Hunt down the hunters. Let them know what it's like to be prey. How loud is it actually? It's 30. That should be alright. Should be alright. I guess only time will tell, really. But I hope you can hear me. Otherwise, it might be a bit of an underwhelming experience, I suppose. Or maybe, you know, now that I think of it. Okay. How are we doing for this? Okay. Our bodyguard is actually slightly up against it. So shoot that flank. Yeah, keep the pressure on them. Now they should probably support the bodyguard, and you can shoot the Mirkwood gauntlets. Okay. The archers, nobody's shooting at them, so just run them down, please. Even weak cavalry can do so much. What? Who's shooting at them? What? That just killed about 10 of our cavalry. Oh dear. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Okay. Out of arrows, so let's just charge them in and finish the enemy off as best we can. Jesus, 5 left. That was actually a bit of a close call. Okay, we can speed it up now.
In our favor. Victory will be ours.
Yes, and they break.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs.
14 woodland warriors left. 14 woodland warriors left. I mean, Jesus. It's been a bit more costly than I would have liked, but at least we have basically annihilated their army, and hopefully we'll recover some.
The enemy are utterly vanquished.
23.
This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
A lot of woodland warriors and a couple of horse archers. Yeah. Okay. But the horse archers carried the day in this one, they really did. And the woodland warriors did well too. I mean, everybody really pulled their weight, so that's very good to see. I suppose the bodyguard were let down by their number. Yeah. Overwhelming numbers always has the ability to overwhelm in this game, which is the one strength that orcish nations really get, because their units are often terrible, but they get more of them. So. That's what they get for balance. I still think we can do an okay job of besieging Ostengal with that army. Depends on what else they do, of course. They might. I don't know what they'll do. Do we want no? Right now, I am focused on a lot. I'm focused on annihilating Dol Guldur now. But that did probably take out probably the largest force in the area. So, fingers crossed. That the stiffest resistance has been bent and broken. Temple tea to the rescue. We have sacked their camp, made a bit of money. Erin Runen can get a dance guild. You know, why not? Let's get a dance guild in Erin Runen. I can't remember all of its effects, but okay, so it's a law bonus, it's growth bonus, it's culture bonus. It's pretty nice, because that almost saves us getting the artist studio. That's nice. Okay, good.
Elves.
Means that will actually be a great priority in newly captured towns. I'll have to remember that. It's cool. Okay. My Boston Guile. I mean, if we could... That's 64% shot. I'm willing to take that. Do they have any thing in this area? No. Not as such. So let's get to it. But no! Ah!
Keep them off balance.
Okay. We'll have to wait a turn then, I suppose. I hope they won't... I mean, if they do sally out, that's quite fine, but... Either way, it's an orcish encampment, so we can shoot them over their walls with our superior range. What to get? Crop rotation's good. Grade markers were actually pretty nice, but actually it doesn't give you that much. Yeah, so I actually think I will take farming. And Amalank, what do we do? Farming, we've got to... Okay. We have reached recruitment thresholds. So that's very nice. It'll be a little while before we can recruit anything, but hey, in the meantime, let's make good on a few things. Let's see if we can get some healing ancillaries for Kalman through the public baths, and then I will take probably the Valiant Council Hall, because that will also reduce corruption. So that's basically an income increase of 70, and then an armorer. And then once we start to get proper retraining on them, then we can also really retrain that armor to higher stats, and that's going to be good. Okay, pretty happy with that.
Yes, my lord.
Let's see. You move on to
As
Lorien. Yeah. Okay.
My
Ghazali Bar.
Without question.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. Dale is besieged, but I mean, they're kind of fighting Rune on their turf, so.
There is something you wish to speak of?
Trade rights will be worth nothing in this case, but we would like to give... Yeah, you're rich, so give us a bit of money. That would be nice. For that...
Had you asked any more, we would have said no. Very well.
Well, that's good that I didn't ask any more, wasn't it? But that's as far east as we go, really.
As you wish. Without question.
Yeah, it depends on which way we want to go around. I mean, I'm kind of curious as to what the situation is around Sea of Brim, so I'm going to continue around. No real way of getting to Nabur, though. I mean, what I should have done was start besieging it and then kill off the smaller forces with my two generals, but... I mean, it's not a lost cause by any means. It depends on what they do, though. If they get too close to the town, well, no. If they get anywhere near us, they're dead. That's gonna be the thing. Kind of want to get stables close to the front, but I also want to get roads. A decent increase percentage-wise, but what we really need is actually growth. So let's get that, because we want these towns to become large towns not too long after the barracks event, because then we can start training some really good units all around Mirkwood, and that is a future in which I want to live. The power, the power, the power, the power, the power of tea. Mordor pummeling Gundor, it seems. So, the good forces of good seem to be losing in the south. And they forced out a spy. Damn! I didn't want that to happen. That usually makes it very unlikely that the spy will successfully infiltrate the settlement immediately after. So, I guess I might just send him south. Dol Guldur has consolidated their two smaller armies, it seems, maybe with more units even. So I guess they're gearing up to just take us on in the open field. Bladesmith Guild in Dolan. Dolan? Our binding agreement. Our talks with the Elves of Lorien have come almost to a conclusion, and all that is left is to decide whether or not we sign the agreement or pass it up and return north. The terms of our parley are as follows. Firstly, Lorien will send troops to our aid to aid our cause as often as they can, and in return we shall declare war on all those who have sought to burn the fair lands of Lothlorien. Secondly, due to the arduous nature of the talks and the willingness provided by our friends, if we refuse to sign, they will renounce us and sever our current alliance. Thirdly, we will be required to construct an additional barracks to house our brothers from the south, and that will take time and resources. As such, if we accept the alliance, we will not be able to bring our lord's dream of a heavily armoured Elder Guard unit to the fore, and they will never become a reality. Finally, pursuing a policy of isolation will see our capital enhanced and flourish. What then is your decision, my lord? And I think I shall decline this agreement because then we'll get to see the very lovely Elven King's Guard more in our roster, and I really like that unit. So yeah, I'll say no. We will do fine on our own, and our resources would be better used elsewhere. So, no agreement, we stand alone. As is our right, we have rejected a deal to join our two nations into a single military alliance. We need no support and would look to our own lords to solve our problems. Maybe in Aman we will reconcile, but on the plains of Middle-earth we stand alone. With our smiths and labourers now working solely for us forever, our capital has been enhanced and we can now outfit our finest warriors.
Your orders.
So that's nice.
Yes.
And of course,
Yes, my lord.
I mean, by the nature of things, we do have a diplomat,
What
so
is it you wish to discuss?
it's not unheard of that they'll just accept an alliance right away.
This proposal is of
But
little
not now.
interest.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess we'll have to sweeten the deal a bit, or maybe just wait. But we're still trading with them, so that's good. Oh, they're gathering even more forces to stop
Have a
us.
taste of my blade. Have a taste of my blade.
My
Okay,
lord.
what have they
I'm
got?
gonna
Okay, they've got
stick
quite a
you.
few units actually.
My lord.
Um,
Approaching quietly. My lord.
Have a taste of my blade.
Some that are attacked, some that aren't.
Quietly.
But Dale is pressing them, so this army might these forces might actually prioritize Dale, depending on what they do. We are, of course, besieging them, but if Dale goes for their capital, then, you know, they might just think twice about sacrificing everything for the sake of keeping a decidedly not even middle of the road level town. What do we have? 12, 14, 10. Okay. So build a skilled house in Thranduil. Let's have... It's a large town, so... And we have decent growth. But, you know, kind of want more. Let's see. Public baths gives nothing by itself. That gives a full %. But if we get the horticulture and the baths, nope, still nothing. So, yeah, we're going to go for food production to take it up towards 4%. Okay, and we get some horse archers from Irendolin, and they will be sent south immediately.
Swiftly. Conceal our movements.
And we got some horse archers there.
Warriors, come on!
We'll send these
Be vigilant.
south, because if we are to take the town and then Dor Lingvar, we might need some reinforcements. Okay.
Sire,
Let's see what we can do with this.
engage!
I suppose the best thing to do is to build a ram,
Your
really.
weapons ready, elves.
My lord. As you wish.
And push around the Sea of Ruin,
Without
see what they do. Dale has defended Rubar
Yes.
successfully.
I shall continue.
Forces of
Your
Ruin,
lord.
disarray,
My lord.
and
As you wish.
Gundor still has Kyrandros.
Without question.
So they're not completely
As
out
you
of the
wish.
game.
Stopping here. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
And they do have some considerable forces, led by Dwyn here. Let's end the turn and see what the future holds. What it has in store. Our goals for this campaign, as such, will be to eliminate Dol Guldur and see what happens from there. I mean, our allies around us have... Yeah, once Dol Guldur is finished, we're going to be surrounded by allies on all sides except for Gundabad. And Gundabad seems to be heavily occupied with the dwarves of Erebor and the Anduin, the Vale of the Anduin. So, yes, and there comes Dale, hammering away at Dor Lingvar. And they've got even more troops coming. Jesus, the war machine of Dale is on the march. We might not even get Dor Lingvar. In that case, I mean, I will just seek to purchase it from them. That's going to be my course of action. Because they might just well take it. The Dale Longbowman is a fantastic archer unit in the early game. Oh, and it seems that Dol Guldur has arrived. Let's see what they can do. They can muster. Okay. Almost 3,500 troops against our 658. Which of course does not bode too well. But our saving grace is that they continue to fill their ranks with very bad units. Because they're orcs, so yeah, that's kind of their stick. Thousands and thousands and thousands of troops that come to battle with almost no merit. Okay. Let's save the game in order to be covered in terms of crashes, and then
Evil must not be allowed to triumph this day.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Thranduil. Thank you very much. Oathbreakers, why have you come? And a voice was heard out of the night that answered, to fulfill our oaths and have peace. Okay. So, since they attacked us from our presumed right, our other enemy might come for us on this hill, but actually it's just such a good hill that I'm not even fussed. But we could of course also just pull out here, but that's, yeah, it feels more cheesy in a way. They don't really have any cavalry. They have some archers, but us being on a hill does help us a bit. What I'm a bit miffed about is the fact that, okay, I think we'll go over here. I think strategically it makes more sense. So, we've got our archers. Let's see what they do, I suppose. Let's face them from here. Because our other enemy is likely to come from up here. So. And there.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Yeah, okay, so they're coming from over there. And they'll have to come to us. So let's speed it up while we... Should we wait for them or should we... we could, of course... take it over here, but nah. No, I think...
The tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
That's very pessimistic of you, dear narrating voice of doom and gloom.
In line, archers. Elves of the Woodland realm.
And they have recovered pretty quickly. From 6 at the end of the last battle to 28 in 2 turns. So, very happy with that.
We must reclaim our forests. The evil here must be lifted.
And Legolas just refuses to speak.
Saddle up, horse archers. Stand back.
So we have some Dol Guldur archers. Actually, we don't want our horse archers too close to them. And they're firing at us. Oh dear me. Ah, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. It hurts my eyes. Ah. Oh, damn it. That was a mismanagement on my part. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dear friends. I can understand that you're shaken. I would be too. Oh dear. Well, some orc hunters for you to deal with though. So let's see if you can charge into them properly. Yeah. A tip for horse archers and making them charge properly. They tend to do a better job if they are not on a fire at will mode. And those Dol Guldur scouts are now going to wreck our chances of doing a great charge into the general. So, thanks for that. It's as if they actually have a brain. Who knew? But at least we took a number of them. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. They'll always try to flank with a bit of infantry around the left. At least that's what they tend to do. So let's focus fire on the most valuable units they've got. So the maulers, they can do some damage. Oh, maulers there. Okay. And what else? I mean, they have a lot of scouts, a lot of fighters. Not a great amount of... yeah, they don't have a lot of armor-piercing units on the field today, which I am happy with. It has some Dol Guldur archers though, which I want to deal with. So let's see if we can actually just charge them down. They don't have a lot in terms of stats, so yeah. Let's see. shoot them. And then you charge back at the fighters. You guys go for... Ah, I don't even know. So many archers in this. It's almost they're baiting us to charge into them with our generals. So actually, let's do that. So we got a few hunters there. It's nice to see. The percentages are in our favor, but they are climbing fast on both sides, so this battle is not conclusive in any way. Okay. Orc fighters, let's deal with them. And the goblins, I suppose.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Yes! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this is when our horse archers and their charging capacity actually makes them the most useful units in our army. We've kind of neutered the archers by the virtue of having our most valuable forces entrenched in their lines. Makes them less than willing to just shoot at us with their archers. And then we can just charge them a bit here and there.
Only half the enemy force remains.
That's good news. I mean, Thranduil is taking a bunch of losses, but he's also just cutting down orc after orc. And he's routing a lot of them. And here the cavalry come, and yeah, good. Okay, let's see. What else is needed? Maulers, okay. Okay, now we need to run down a lot of scouts. Go against the archers. Okay, how far away is the enemy? They're basically on the other side of the field, so that's nice. Let's see how quickly we can rout these guys. So we're going to attack with basically all of our forces. All of our quick running forces. We don't want our horses to get enmeshed in melee too much. We just want them to charge into the enemy and break them, even if they don't do that much damage. A charge is still a charge. So, let's use it. Yes. Okay. And let's follow it and follow those scouts. Take them on. Yes. And the Woodland scouts are more than a match for this. Okay. You guys.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs.
Okay.
It's
The
time
entire
to press
enemy army
the attack.
routes. Okay. This has turned the battle in our favor rather quickly. Because now we have, well, not full numbers by any means, but respectable numbers. So let's pull our archers back. Leave chasing the units to our cavalry, and prepare for the second wave. But this is not a second wave of coronavirus, ladies and gentlemen. This is a second wave of something much more deadly. These are orcs. Well, not that the virus is deadly, but yeah. But orcs, they're just evil. A virus, that's a force of nature. Can't parley with it, but at least you know it doesn't mean to kill you. It just needs to. It just means to survive. It's part of its nature. But orcs, they mean to kill. They mean to maim. They come with fire. They come with axes. Gnawing, clawing, hacking, burning. destroyers and usurpers curse them. Okay. This is looking up. This is getting good. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's see. How far away are they? Quite a ways away, actually. Could we position ourselves better by pulling back a bit? Not even sure about that. But we could actually put ourselves on this hill. So let's do that. Just this gentle slope. It will be much better than nothing at all. Oh, Dol Guldur host. Run them down, please. Okay. And now they start to get in range. Or do they? Kind of. Yeah, okay, they do. They're in range. Nice. Okay. Now this army has some more maulers. Their battalion of maulers is stronger. Let's start by shooting a bunch of them. Oh, yeah, shoot the Mirkwood goblins. I don't remember who the general was in this case. But it seems to be... yeah, Mirkwood goblins. Yeah, of course. Silly tendency. Why do they give the general role to the least combat efficient unit possible? I mean, yeah. And the cavalry prepares to flank. And you shoot the maulers, and you shoot the maulers, and yeah, let's also have you shoot the maulers. This is a game of shoot the maulers, and shoot the Mirkwood goblins. Shoot the maulers, shoot the maulers, shoot the Mirkwood goblins. And the general has taken arrow fire. Nice. Speed it up just to ×2, since they're just waiting to be shot by elves. I mean, that seems like the
battle
worst.
Seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Standing still and letting elves shoot you seems to be the worst tactic in the history of Middle-earth. I mean, I can't comprehend. Do they want to die? Is this just a case of them thinking, oh damn it, our capital is besieged by the forces of Dale and we'll never defeat the second army they're coming around? So, I mean, really, rather die to an elven blade than a Dalian blade, I suppose, so let's just get it on. Come on. Is that it? I suppose it could be. But, okay. Let's see if killing that general will stir them to action. And the music swells. Gone! Yes, cast that general back into the earth. Okay, it didn't kill the general, but it did animate the army somewhat. Just caused all the archers to target them, I suppose. Okay. Let's engage the Dol Guldur archers with 3 woodland warriors. That's going to be great. Just distracting them will do a lot of good, I think. And now their army is doing... I don't know what. Really, I don't... Okay, it's reforming and moving upon us. So... but... Our archers are fully rested. And ready for battle. They're a bit shaken by the arrows of the enemy.
If we continue like this, the enemy are
But-
badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
They are not... But, I think they will shake off that fear soon. As they hear the battle cry of Thranduil and his elite elven forces. Let's see. Order the host. Okay. And you guys... Crush the archers, indeed. Indeed. Crush the archers. Is that the general that I see there? No. No, their general is elsewhere. You know, let's just keep evading them and shooting them in the face. Seems to work well. I mean, we lost about 20% of the army to the largest army, and then to this one it's just peanuts. It's nothing.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's it for them. And the Mirkwood goblins are just turning their back on the foe
Behold
that's
how
firing
our
upon them.
cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the
Yeah.
attack.
Oh. Oh, Dol Guldur, Dol Guldur. How far you have fallen. Let's see. You're getting them. You're getting them. And how much experience you're getting. I mean, wonderful. Just wonderful. I mean, the kill tallies for this battle will be pretty astronomical, I should think. Yeah, I think this should be enough.
The enemy are utterly vanquished.
Whew!
This is a great victory, worthy of
More
only
than
the mightiest of generals.
Oh, 2,186 enemy kills, 1,000 captured, 600. I mean, that's actually. If you just put your mind to it, visualize this. There are about 500 elves remaining, and they have captured over 1,000 orcs. 1,000 orcs in chains behind a contingent of 500 elves, leaving behind the carnage of a battlefield that's just where the dead bodies lie in the thousands. This is what Thranduil does to you, people. This is what he does. Of course, the horse archers captured the most, but the woodland scouts a close second. And I mean, again, kills widely distributed. Warriors not performing impressively, but you know. Aw, 13 of them died to friendly fire. Yeah. Sorry, lads. I suppose that's the downside of the woodland scouts having just average aim. They will occasionally shoot some of your troops in the back, but you know, given that each of those battalions killed in the excess of 200 orcs, and I believe 2 of them were around the 300 mark. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay with it. Saruman seems to have meant to finish off the king and all his men with one final blow. He emptied Isengard. That's right, Mary. Now move along your merry way and let me get back to my campaign map.
Stay in the trees!
So, 3,000 in ransom money or a town? I'll take the town. And they come for us. They're not willing to give up Othengyle. They'd rather... Ah, wow. Okay. Here, they have Warg Marauders as a general, which is slightly more frightening simply because they have Warg Marauders, but given that it's a general, it means they often just charge them into die. But they got some armored maulers and Dol Guldur hosts. Actually, a lot of armor upgrades going around, and a lot of experience, so this is the battle-hardened Dol Guldur army that we're facing. But I mean, this is Thranduil, Legolas, and Revion with a battle-hardened force of their own.
Fight to the end!
And fighting till the end is decidedly what they shall do.
Await my orders.
Now, the battle for Dor Lingvar goes into its final moments. This will be the day, my good men, this will be the good day when the armies of Dol Guldur are broken once and for all. And actually, I'll wager that our hill right here is pretty damn spicy. Let's have these wonderful woodland horse archers ready to intercept. Okay. And our bodyguards fire their arrows, swift, sound, and terrifying into the flesh of our enemies. Let's see, what should they focus on? Let's actually focus them on the marauders for now. They do have some maulers right there. So let's have Legolas focus on them. Dol Guldur host. Yeah. How have you done against the Warg Marauders? Sure. Thinned them out a bit. This will be...
We must reclaim our forests.
Let's see if we can thin out the maulers and the Dol Guldur hosts. These damn trees. Scouts, target the maulers. And Legolas, target the Dol Guldur host.
The battle is very much in our favour.
You keep on
Victory will
targeting
be
the
ours.
marauders, that's nice. I suppose, I mean, yeah. And activate swiftness. Only 23 marauders. 20 marauders remaining. Man. They're just not equipped to deal with this battle, are they? They just want their general to die on the by the hands of our very experienced woodland archers, woodland horse archers. which are, may I remind you, all
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him,
skilled
his
against
troops
fighting
will lose their
cavalry.
will to fight.
Skilled against mounts. So choosing mounts to counter them is a bit
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
a bit misguided. Ah, the charge, the infantry charge, that did get us. Oh damn. Okay, that has neutered our charging potential quite a bit. Ah, I'm sorry guys. I keep letting these my poor command decisions keep letting these woodland horse archers down. I'm so sad. Okay. You guys are fighting orc fighters. And those orc fighters should be reclassified as orc dyers because that's basically what they're doing right now. Dying. Okay. What do we got here? Orc fighters, orc hunters. No. Yeah, let's do that. Let's rush them. That general has died, so so routing them should be
Only half the enemy force remains.
a relatively simple matter. Quod erat demonstrandum, my dear friends. Quod erat demonstrandum. These tier 1 archers have just routed 2 melee fighters at the same time. So let's just keep pushing it into the Dol Guldur host. This is the time when the enemy breaks. You guys. Now is the time to go hunt some hunters. And woodland warriors fall into the Dol Guldur host as well. Okay. Let's keep hammering away at the host. Let's see if we can just get a decent cavalry charge of some sorts. And they don't like the sound of that apparently, so yeah.
The enemy army flees
And they
the
flee.
field. Pursue and run them down.
With over 30% of their force left. So let's just see if we can catch some of them. I mean, we should be able to. Our scouts have just insane running speeds compared to the orcish 98%. You know, that's a 20% to increase, going up to the 120%. So it's not quite as efficient as they're not quite as efficient at it as cavalry, but it's damn close. Okay, speaking of. Nah, okay, they're almost not needed. So, let's see if we can get them to chase down the Mirkwood hunters. And oh, this general guy. Yeah, sure. Orc fighters. There we go. We should have enough to utterly demolish this army. So, and we have gotten all the experience points we wanted, I think.
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory, worthy
for each
of
elf,
only the mightiest of generals.
For each elf, about 30. Over 30 orcs died for each elf on this day. And those are the kind of returns that you want to see in the long run. The beacons of Gondor are alight. Yes, they are alright. War is indeed kindled. And I suppose once Dol Guldur is trounced, then our attention could turn towards Mordor and just coming in like a wrecking ball, smashing up the Black Gate and crippling them out of the gate. Haha. But now that I think of it, Lothlorien has already taken Dor Lingvar, the fortress that's south of Mirkwood. So they're in a much better position to do that.
Set up an ambush.
Actually. But here we go. Osdengal is back in elven hands.
Guard this area.
So this should see us securing quite some profit. I'm not even quite sure how long I've gone on. I need to get a stopwatch on these things. Hello, Lyrion. He respects the enemy. I mean, I'm of course glad that he is an honorable person, but come on, they're orcs. I don't think you're meant to respect orcs. Bladesmith Guild, Enethar. Always nice for the Bladesmith Guild. Upgrading melee weapons is a good thing to do. Okay. Let's see. Is Lorien at war with Mordor? No. That's interesting. Yeah. The Lothlorien are only enemies with Dol Guldur. Same as us. Okay. So Dol Guldur has fought off the armies of Dale for now. But we will probably need some reinforcements in order to go on and take
My lord speaks highly.
Dor Lingvar. But we did get another general, that's always nice.
Swiftly.
So here's some scouts and some horse archers. Horse archers are always nice.
For the light.
They can upgrade, so let's send some more archers. I mean, that's just the name of the game, really. More archers. And we can recruit or retrain some archers. So let's do that. Right, like that, I think. So I could just leave the Woodland warriors, I suppose. Can they retrain horse archers? Yes, they can eventually, but it'll take a while.
For the light.
Have a taste of my blade.
I think we will need those additional horse archers. Or they will at least help massively. Construction. Erendolan, let's get a master builder hall. And Eren Runen, master builders hall. While we've got the money.
Yes, my lord.
I would fight for your people as if they
Biarn.
were my own, friend.
I'm sure you would. I mean, do you have a skin in the game? And yeah, okay. So you're there for Dol Guldur, I suppose. Unless you want to just walk through my lands and take on the Vale of the Anduin, but they usually don't do that. So,
My lord.
I'm gonna stick you.
my hope is really that
Your
Biarn
attention is an
will.
honor, noble
He doesn't
ally.
seem to have the best army,
would
but
fight
let's
for
take a
your-
look.
My lord.
Have a taste of my blade.
Approaching.
Your attention is an honor, noble
Oh, he has
ally.
some dwarves with him. And some Athala Rangers. So there are some really good units in there. And of course the Hearthguard is a great archer unit.
Approaching. I shall continue. continue tomorrow.
Let's see. We have. We do have some forces in Amun Lank. So,
Elves,
yeah, I
my
think
lord.
these might be the reinforcements we need. What if we send some forces to over there?
Be vigilant. By the light of
Then let's leave back Revian, maybe?
Elves, by the... Come, my brothers. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
And send them
Come
on a
Stay in the
covert
trees.
operation here.
Elven warriors.
Oh, didn't
Sire,
get all of
Follow
them.
me, sire.
We're gonna take these.
like the wind. Ready up.
Greetings, most noble ally.
Okay, and we are going to destroy this brawler's pit. Can't use it for shit. And let's also get a Hall of Music. Gonna retrain the archers.
For the
We're gonna send
light!
the Woodland warriors down to
Swiftly!
Amelank
At ease.
for retraining purposes. Or maybe... Yeah, okay.
My lord.
So they're actually better
Conceal
off waiting in
our
Ostingal, now
By
that I think
the
of it.
light of
So-
elves.
But yeah, then we can have our
Follow up,
armies
follow
meet
me.
up in the trees
Orders completed.
and go for Dor Lingvar, and
My lord.
Yeah. let's see what Dol Guldur will do about it. Of
Your
course,
orders.
we'll just... Okay,
Without question.
so they're blocking my agent over there.
My
Okay.
lord.
That's it. Mordor holds Gelebrin. Not a surprise by any stretch. I drink some tea. I don't think that'll surprise anyone either. The intoxicating brew of long brewed tea. I think this coming turn I will try to ally with Lord Lorien again. They might take it, they might not. Let's see. I'm hopeful. Dunland. They might be doing well. I tend to find that Dunland does well when there isn't a good player faction in Eriador to resist them. Because you can counter Dunland relatively easily with most good factions. The only ones that get outclassed by Dunland in Eriador is Bree. And even then, with some clever catapult usage and stuff like that, you can absolutely do a lot against them. A lot to decimate them. Properly and rightly decimate them.
My lord. Onward.
Okay, so we got some public bars. I've got to see where that was. Ah, shabby. Shabby. Biarn continues to do
Elven
not much
warriors.
at all.
Elves. Elves. Come on. Elven warriors. Onward. For the light. Come on.
Our merry elves continue on their
Sire.
merry old way,
Scout the area. Elves, we must give up.
and the enemy has consolidated their forces in Dor Lingvar into quite a terrifying force. They must feel pretty up against it, but of course,
I would fight for your people
they got
as if
elves
they
on
were
one
my
side.
own, friend.
and men on the other. ready to pounce upon them. Which, yeah, okay, I can see
Elven
why they would
warriors.
be concerned.
My lord.
Let's see what they do. I mean, if they come at us, we do have a decent shot at holding them back, because our army is as strong as it's ever been, really.
Yes, my lord.
Let's send them some more elves.
Conceal our movements.
And, yeah, let's...
Yes, my lord.
No?
Your orders.
Okay.
You have a proposition for us?
I'll give you map information. Aren't I... Am I not just generous?
This seems quite reasonable. Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
Seeming fruitful and reasonable, that's all I really want to do. Thank you, Lothlorien. Our alliance is back on. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what happens if Gundabad gets taken out of the picture. They seem to have taken the upper Vales, which, you know, that's not too uncommon. They usually do outclass the Valesmen quite a bit.
Is that what you want?
But the combined force of the Valesmen and the Erebor dwarves usually does them in, I'd say. So, yeah, nothing to be retrained,
Sire.
nothing to be recruited.
By the light of Elbereth, elven warriors,
10 turns, 13 turns.
follow me.
You know, let's send
Elves,
these guys
Elven warriors, swiftly.
to Amelank
vigilant.
for retraining.
Be vigilant.
Hmm. Let's actually see. Oh, Dale has arrived at Dol Guldur. And they are
Ruin these
besieging.
trees no longer.
Oh dear. Okay, Dol Guldur might be able to push back Dale. The auto resolve usually helps Dol Guldur a bit. And if they do, then we'll pounce upon Dor Lingvar immediately. Fingers crossed. But, I mean, usually when the odds are about equal, the AI won't push out. They won't sally out. So, this is me crossing my fingers, ladies and gentlemen. They don't think they can win. Okay. Then, the only hope we really have is making some siege equipment before Dale is satisfied with what they have, what equipment they have built, and just storming the place. Because whoever leads the attack wins the settlement. That's usually how it goes, regardless of how long or by whom the settlement has been besieged before. And that's good to know, because that means you can sometimes manipulate such situations to your advantage. Not sure that this will be one of them, because Dale is likely to attack next turn. Okay. Actually, let's get some blacksmith upgrades in Thranduil's halls, because that will be a major recruitment center, and I want it to be well stocked with armor.
For the light!
Sire,
My lord.
Your attention is an honor, noble ally.
Sometimes they will assault with this, but I think usually they get a bit more. But
follow
the
me.
thing is,
Scatter
us
them.
besieging it
Lay to
might
ruins.
just goad them on and
Keep them
make
off
them think
balance.
that, yeah, they got
Elven
this.
warriors,
Um,
come on! Form up!
My lord.
so,
Approaching quietly.
yeah. It looks like a situation where we'll have to buy Dol Lingvar off
My lord,
Dale's hands.
Swiftly!
Which I'm not
For the light.
against per se, but it would be nice if we were allowed to
Swiftly.
properly conquer it. You know. It's, Yeah. Okay. We have
Yes, my lord.
all of Lorien diplomat. What can you really do now? I
Always
suppose we
happy
could
to deal with you,
offer and
trusted
demand some military
friends.
access.
I accept this. An honor and a pleasure.
Nice.
Farewell. Yes.
Meaning
I
that
shall
if we want to, we
continue
could just
tomorrow.
invade Mordor through their lands
My lord.
without political repercussion.
Yes. As you wish. Stopping here.
Okay. The fate of Dor Lingvar will seal this episode, I think. When we find out what happens to it. If Dale takes it, then that's it. For now, at least. And if we manage to take it, then we go out on a high note. How's that for an ending? Cross my fingers. It seems that Dale did not attack it. This is marvelous news. Because if they had attacked it, we would have been drawn into the fight, or at least asked. You know, our assistance would have been requested. Guess there's also the possibility that Dale has buggered off, but I don't think they will. Oh! Right. Fascinating. I hope this means that we get it in the event of victory, but let's not... yeah, because we are the active... We were activated, so the game might allow us to build... This is actually pretty exciting. This is a nail biter. We won't know until the very end. Okay, this is exciting. I like this. The magic was strong even in those days. They were wary. And indeed, we Sylvan Elves are wary because we need to reorganize our archers. They've all picked up siege equipment, and I want none of them to have it. So let's get some things done here. Could. Like that. Nah, let's not stay on guard actually. He's so powerful in melee, so I'll use that. Okay. Here come some archers. What on earth are you doing? Okay. You're gonna be charged by cavalry then. Not the best cavalry in the world, but it'll do. Man, this is interesting. What are they trying to do? Do they want to outflank us? I suppose they might. Dale is coming from miles away. I mean, that might even be actual miles away. Okay. Here come a bunch of maulers. Okay, have 1% of their army.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Let's just see if we can empty some of our arrows, really. Okay, so they are sending out some forces to meet Biarn.
Saddle up, horse archers.
It might not surprise you to learn that Biarn is a Scandinavian derivative, or Germanic Scandinavian derivative, translating roughly into bear. So it's kind of like Biarn, and which also shares that very etymology. So we got Biarn on one side of Mirkwood, and we got the Bjornings on the other side of Mirkwood, and all bears are apparently pounding on Dol Guldur, along with us merry elves, of course, and they have sacrificed their cavalry instantly, which, you know, while it isn't a wise move at all, I must say I approve.
We will smash the enemy.
What do we have there? Dol Guldur archers. Orc maulers. Now let's shoot the blobs. The unit blobs. You charge into the fighters. And you have almost exhausted your arrows. Against the goblins, that's fine. That's a fine use of your arrows. So what's going on here? Again, they send out more cavalry to die. And Dale comes with their siege equipment. Okay, trouncing through the forests. Okay. Mirkwood goblins being shot by our archers, but now I want them to shoot archers. Orc bodyguards, and oh yes, orc bodyguards, let's just shoot them en masse. Let's shoot some hunters as well. Okay, you're out of arrows, so you gain a bit of momentum, and then turn around and charge those goblins. And then they shall surely perish. Legolas just cutting down orc upon orc. Or goblin. Okay, we've dealt with the goblins. Move in to, oh yes, move in to crush that ballast of force. We don't want that firing upon us. You know, Biarn, you can just go aggressive. Kill those guys. Okay. And the horse archers have successfully charged the ballistic crew. Pull out. Curl around. Let's curl around and charge them from the rear. That'll be nice. And hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello, in the immortal words of Sir Paul McCartney. Let's spend our last few arrows on the blob before us. And you shoot those orc bodyguards. That is excellent work. Thank you, good sir. And you are just slaughtering the ballistic crew. I mean, this is almost too easy. 4% plays 43. I mean, that's of course 4% of all total forces, but Biarn has lost more troops than I have, so I mean, our losses are, well, at 4% if not lower, to be fair. Yes, do listen well. Yeah, shoot this bodyguard. Let's, you know, yeah, after that volley, prepare to move in. and charge those bodyguard with your mighty elven blades.
The evil here must be lifted.
They've routed the goblins, horse archers. And we approach the final stage of this battle where we basically execute their general for being utterly foolish.
Only half the enemy force remains.
And press on them with our melee forces. Actually, we just press on them with all of our forces. All of our forces are actually ranged forces.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Okay, this is basically over. Let's chase down the hunters. And just run right through them. Just make them break, really. That's all you have to do. And you two, just run, run, run. There are orcs enough for everyone.
We've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
Nicely done, everyone. Okay, so now it all comes down to getting into the square, really. We have captured the walls. There's a Dol Guldur host there. Let's just... Yeah, you just shoot those orcs. They won't be that good against you. They won't be prepared. They won't be nothing. Scouts will just move into the square. I know it's not the most charming decor or anything, but move in anyway and we'll get you a new home afterwards. Shakul.
Our men are in command of the castle.
And yeah, take that, write it down. Thank you very much. And position yourself accordingly. Okay, let's use our horse archers to just ride out and make the enemy break, really. See if we can break the remaining forces. Of course they are just... I know you're getting tired, but really, tired elves are better than orcs. Even at the peak of their endurance, so... What do we have there? Mirkwood goblins.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Shoot them, please. Just rough them up a bit. And oh, there's another Uruk bodyguard. This is not going to go well for you goblins. You're just going to be overrun and utterly routed. So that's forward right there. Oh Jesus, it's just a slaughter. They've just killed them all. Lost only a few. And they're just routing everything. It's nice, very nice. Okay, what else remains really? Oh, look at goblins. I mean, come on, lads.
Behold how our awed by the victory we have won
34
here
casualties,
today.
and we killed almost 2,000. That's the kind of casualty rates I like to see. Horse archers doing well, bodyguards doing well. I mean, can't even say I'm surprised. nice rendition of a Rohan stable. Very much indeed inspired by old Saxon and Norse architecture from the, I suppose what you would say, the Dark Middle Ages, but that's really just a Christian bias I tend to find, you know. The Middle Ages before Christianity arrived was dark, apparently.
We've defeated their wretched
Not really
armies.
the
Claim
case,
for the
and
free
we
peoples.
captured Dor Lingvar. Wonderful, wonderful indeed. Let's just sack it, really. So, and Dol Guldur lives on. Where they live on, I have little to no idea, but I suppose random region in Ravanian. That would be my guess. One that Dorwinion or Dale has yet to conquer. You know, it might be Alanin or someplace like that. A bit out of our concern, to be honest. Because now this campaign turns to consolidation of Mirkwood and building up the region in anticipation of the barracks event, whereupon we shall unleash the full might of the Wood Elven army. Oh, and the barracks event is here. What fortuitous timing. So our mission is successful and we are rewarded accordingly. Torvalin. Let's build an archery range. Get some Woodland sentinels up in here. Emen. Yeah, practice range. That's very nice. We are now very much in the money. Give me money. That's what I want.
My lord.
I mean, that's. We might as well use our scout to just
quietly. Tomorrow's journey.
try to find the last vestige of Dol Guldur resistance, wherever it may be. Yes, they indeed seem to have one region remaining. But yeah, initially we both just grow, and then we meet and poor Dol Guldur. We can get an archer range, but we should also get an artist studio. We should get rid of that. No use of this whatsoever. They have an armory, that's actually nice. It saves us a bit on corruption. It's very low there, as a result. So,
For the light! Come on!
yeah.
Elves!
So, let's
My lord speaks highly of you.
Come, my brothers!
take the
Elves!
opportunity to send out some appropriate governors. Thranduil can go to
Stay in the
Amerlang.
trees!
I would
Oh.
fight for your people as if they were my own.
Haldir was
friend.
also moving in on
Your
Dor
attention is an
Lingvar.
honor, noble ally.
Truly was a triple threat of the ages.
Sire!
Legolas, you can just hang out in Dor
By the
Lingvar, I
light of
suppose.
Elbereth!
Or maybe we should have Lyrion. Let's
At
move
ease.
him back to a safer province, like
Stay
Enethar maybe.
alert!
Enethar needs a governor. Yeah. Well, but for now, that's where I am going to end this episode, I think. So thank you for sticking around. If indeed you have made it this far, but we are on turn 61. The barracks event has officially begun. Dol Lingvar has been kicked very decisively out of Mirkwood by yours truly, with a bit of help from Biarn, from Dale, to whom we are, of course, very grateful. So, really, all that's left for me to say is have a wonderful day, have a good week. I'll see if I can do another upload before the weekend begins, but then, of course, we will see one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And till then, have a good one.